So once again we are working on the same data. That's tool name we call it as a pivot tool. ठीक है, हम उसी डेटा पे वापस शुरू कर रहे हैं. What is this? So we need to create a pivot and do our analysis. So let's play with the pivot tool. So let's go to the insert and just click on the pivot. When I click on this pivot, always pivot says we require data into the range. Okay, data into the range. Okay, so that means your data must be looks like into a range. Let's create pivot and then say okay. So when I click on OK, so on the right hand side we have a question area, on the left hand side we have an answer area. You have to decide how you are going to frame your question and answer. Let's frame our question and answer. Here I have a group data. What is the meaning of a group? When I drag my joining date, so automatically your dates are in the group. That's a default group. We have learned in the last how to arrange this data. Then we have learned the data to be arranged in year-wise, month-wise, quarter-wise according to your requirement. But suppose this is a default group. I have a data where there is no group is there. For example, let's go to the city. These are all the list of the cities I have. Let me go to the city-wise salary. This is a city-wise salary. Now my boss says that there are 3 managers are appointed. There are 3 managers are appointed. So manager 1 is going to handle the 3 city. The second manager is going to handle the 3 city. And the third manager is going to handle the rest all the cities. Okay. So that means we have a manager 1, manager 2 and a manager 3. So now the question comes, manager 1 will be reporting for 3 cities. What are 3 cities? Let's think about manager 1 is appointed for Mumbai. Now the next we have a Delhi and then Mumbai, Delhi, Pune. But sir, in our data, we don't have the data arranged in that sequence, which I wanted. Correct? Okay, so let's play with this. So I have this Pune. I have this Pune. Right click, move. Where do you want to move? At the beginning. Correct? Then I have a Jaipur. So let me say Jaipur, move either up or down. So I said move down. So Mumbai and Pune are together. What is the next? Delhi. Right click, move, move to beginning. So now I got Mumbai, Delhi, Pune are arranged in one sequence. Let's immediately select these 3 data, right click and then say group. When I say the group, immediately you can see the 2 groups. This is a old and this is a new. So you have to just remove this. So when I remove these, so I got the city number 2. What is the name do you want? So let me select these and I will say that manager 1. So that means the manager 1 will be reporting for all 3 cities. What is the next manager? Let's say the manager 2. The manager 2 will be reporting, I would say Kolkata, then Chennai, and then Lucknow. Okay. Kolkata, Chennai, and Lucknow. Who is reporting? Manager 2. So let's once again create the data. Chennai, right click. There must be a move. Move to where? Move to end. So Chennai and Lucknow are together. What is the left? Kolkata. Right click. There is a move option. Move to end. So now I have Lucknow, Chennai, Kolkata. Let's do the right click and group. So here the group 2 is created. Immediately just rename this by saying manager 2. Once again, what is left? That is nothing but Jaipur, Ahmedabad, Bangalore and Hyderabad. these are treated as manager 3. So immediately rename this manager 3. So now I have a data which is arranged in this sequence. For example, now my boss says, could you please give me the list where the manager 1 handles a city? So drag your city into this. Now the manager 1 handles 3 cities. Manager 2 handles 3 cities. Sir, can I move this manager 2 at the up? Let me just try this. Right click, move, correct. There I can say move manager 2 up, correct. So now manager 1, manager 2 and manager 3 and their cells are there. So we have grouped our data as a text. Earlier grouping of your, we call it as number. So I hope this part is crystal clear, what we have learned up till now. Yes, no, please tell
Clear.
me. Yes. Now the second, the beauty or the benefit is what? If tomorrow we don't want to display the individual city handled by the manager, to just drag and remove this. So when you remove this, manager 1, 2, 3 are there. So immediately what is your role? Suppose your boss says, please give me the manager 1 handles all the details. Manager 1 handle all the details. So immediately just do the double click. Oh, when I did the double click, so it says this is a reporting of your group 2. That's a manager 2. So when I go to manager 2, does they are containing the same city? Please go and look. Correct. That's a group 1, not group 2. So here Mumbai, Delhi, Pune, these 3 are reported. So that's absolutely crystal clear report. Can I go to manager 3, or let's go to the manager 2, Kolkata, Chennai and this? Just do the double click and check for your data. So I hope this is clear. So we can arrange your
Clear.
data according to the requirement. So we call it as a group. So there can be a product group, there can be a number group, there can be a date group also. Let's go and play with the one more group. Sir, if I want to back to original position, then you have to just do the right click and say ungroup. Right click, say ungroup. Right click and say ungroup. So all the city are there. Let's think about if I have a salary and I have to create a bucket of salary. That means how many are in 0 to, this is 1,70,000. Let's have a 0 to, I would say is 1 to 75. Yeah, 1 to 1 lakh, then 1 lakh to 2 lakh. Correct. Like that way, we have to create a bucket of this. 1 lakh bucket we required. Okay. So let me remove this. This is a salary. Once again, drag your salary into this row. Drag your salary into this row. Let's create a bucket for this. For creation of a bucket, just do the right click, just go to the group and then start your bucket at 1. Start your bucket at 1. Then you required, how much group you required? So I said I require the 50,000 is a one bucket. That's your call. How do you want it? Okay. When I say it says 1 lakh, so 1 to 50,000, these all. 50,000 to 1, these all. Sir, I want salary person name. So immediately replace these and put the employee name. So when I put the employee name, my system says there are 41 employees are getting a salary of between 1 to 50,000. So that means I know that major in our company, the persons are getting a salary between 50,000 to 1 lakh. There are a person who's getting this. So if you want to create a bucket for the higher range, yes, I would like to go for the higher range. So instead of here 50,000, I can create a bucket of, let's say, 85,000. See, that's your call. How do you arrange? When I say the bucket of 1 to 85,000, there are 114 and rest are here. Sir, can I create a bucket of 25,000? Of course, you can create a bucket of 25,000 also. See this, how many are there? So two are there in the 25. Can you give me the name of that employees? So immediately just do the double click. Let me check. Arjun Malhotra and Karan Mishra. Now let's see the salary. Is this, these two are getting the salary less than 25? Absolutely correct answer. Absolutely correct answer. So I hope you got the point how to take the benefit of a group. So the grouping can be
Yes, sir.
done with the text, number and the date also. That depends how do you want.
ओके सर, ये हम लोग ठीक है, एम्प्लॉय नेम डाल नहीं सकते क्योंकि 3950 जा लास्ट डेटा हो जाएगा लेफ्ट साइड में।
3950 लार्ज डेटा हो जाएगा, नहीं समझा मैं।
यानी मुझे यानी एम्प्लॉय देखने का है, मुझे है और सामने उसका
अच्छा एम्प्लॉय
सैलरी
का,
रेंज।
ठीक है, तो ये एम्प्लॉय नेम को आप यहाँ पे ड्रैग कर दो, दिस एरिया, एम्प्लॉय एरिया को हमने यहाँ पे ड्रैग कर दिया एंड देन फाइनली गो बैक टू योर लेआउट, convert design into tabular layout. Now I can see the salary range and the name of the person. अब ये काउंटिंग का रिक्वायरमेंट ही नहीं है, निकाल दो आप काउंटिंग को, ऑटोमेटिकली देखो सैलरी भी आ रही है, उसकी रेंज भी आ रही है। थोड़ी रेंज बड़ी है बिकॉज सैलरी का रेंज छोटा रखा है मैंने। लेट मी गो टू द ग्रुप एंड लेट मी से द 50,000, सो यू विल गेट मोर नंबर ऑफ एम्प्लॉइज। अब आप चेक कर सकते हो 1 to 50,000 के रेंज में ये सारे एम्प्लॉय आ रहे हैं, ठीक है। अब उसके बाद दूसरा ये
यस,
रेंज है हमारा 50,000 से लेके 1 लाख के बीच में ये सारे एम्प्लॉयज हैं। तो ये एम्प्लॉय का क्या एक रेंज पता चलता है, 1 लाख से लेके 1,50,000 का ये रेंज है। अब ये ऐसे ही 50,000 का स्लैब कंटिन्यू करेगा।
करेक्ट।
आई होप क्लियर
और सर
दिस।
आपने जैसा बताया, क्लियर क्लियर, और आपने जैसा बताया कि सपोज अभी ये पूरा फाइनेंशियल ईयर का, मुझे लास्ट ईयर का मेरा डेटा मेरे पास डम है, मुझे Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 का पूरा डेटा निकलना है, तो मुझे वो डेट नीचे ट्रैक करना पड़ेगा, फिर बाद में वो मुझे Q4 रख अपना क्वार्टर वाला कंटेंट रखना है, बाकी सब
ठीक
रिमूव
है,
करना है और
लेट्स
सेल राइट साइड में लेना है, करेक्ट ना?
लेट्स थिंक अबाउट, अगर मुझे ज्वाइनिंग डेट ऐड करना है तो मैंने यहाँ पे ज्वाइनिंग डेट ऐड कर दिया, ठीक है। अब ज्वाइनिंग डेट ऐड करने के बाद व्हाट इज माय रिक्वायरमेंट इनटू डेट, राइट क्लिक, ग्रुप। अब इसमें से मुझे ईयर भी नहीं चाहिए, मंथ भी नहीं चाहिए, आई एम इंटरेस्टेड इन क्वार्टर। आ गए क्वार्टर। उसके बाद यहाँ से जाने के बाद ये सबका मेरे पास सब टोटल बता रहा है, डू नॉट सो। अब Q1 में कितने लोगों को ये मिला है उसका डिटेल आपके पास आ चुका है सर। कौन से मंथ में मिला है वो भी बाइफर्केशन चाहिए, तो जस्ट डू द राइट क्लिक ग्रुप मंथ एंड देन से ओके। अब आप देख सकते हो कि Q1 में जैन मंथ में इसको सैलरी मिली, करेक्ट।
करेक्ट।
अब सामने अगर ईयर का भी इंटरेस्ट है तो यहाँ से जाके आप ईयर वाइज भी ले लो, ओके कर दो, ठीक है।
यस।
लेट्स रिमूव दिस, नॉट इंटरेस्टेड, तो ये भी निकाल दो और ये भी निकाल दो, ओके पे क्लिक कर दो, ये सब गए हमारे पास से। या सिंपली यहाँ से क्वार्टर, ईयर, मंथ हो गए। अब लेट्स थिंक अबाउट, आप कहते हो कि सर मैं जानना चाहता हूँ फॉर एग्जांपल ईयर 2020 और क्वार्टर नंबर टू, मई मंथ एंड डेट 15 को किसको सैलरी दिया था। व्हाट वाज माय क्वेश्चन, ईयर 2020, which month, which quarter, second quarter, which month, May, which date, 15। तो अब मुझे इसका एनालिसिस करना होगा। सो एनालिसिस क्या ये आप डेटा में जाके करोगे, नहीं सर मैं तो पिवोट में एनालिसिस, क्योंकि ये रिपोर्ट तो है। अब इस रिपोर्ट में वो डेट का रिपोर्ट चाहिए। सो इमीडिएटली जहां आप कहीं पे भी आपको डेट दिखाई देता है, डू द राइट क्लिक एंड ऐड एज अ टाइमलाइन। लास्ट टाइम हमने स्लाइसर ऐड किया था, यू हैव टू ऐड टाइमलाइन। when you add the timeline it behaves similar to this, when I add timeline it behaves here, first go here and check for the year. Which year are you talking about? Let's think about. We are talking about year 2025. Okay, that's one question is done. Which quarter? Let me go to quarter. 2025, quarter number 2. Second question is done. Which month are you talking about? Let me go to the month. Correct? Because you said second quarter. So the second quarter, April, May, June. So let me click on the May month. On May month, which date are you talking about? So let's go to the day. Sir, I'm talking about day is 15. So let's go here and click on the day 15. Did we paid anything? Did we paid anything?
No, sir.
No. Now let's think about, we have done analysis, we got nothing. Let's go to the data. Let's think about, we are looking for this person. See, I'm intentionally taking this so that we can find it out whether the analysis is correct or incorrect. 2810. Correct? 2810. And the name of person is Rohit Iyer. Correct? Remember the date? 2810. So which comes into which quarter? Quarter number 3. Correct? Let's go to the data. Which year? That's we have to remember that also. I think 2024. Correct. So step number 1, go to year 2024. Second step, go to the quarter. Which quarter? Quarter number 3. Correct? Quarter number 3. Which month? Let's go to the month. Correct? So the
Yes, sir.
quarter 3 or quarter 4? Yes, quarter 3 or quarter 4?
Quarter 3, no?
Quarter 4. Okay. So let me just come back to the quarter and click to quarter 4. Correct? Rohit Iyer is there, quarter 4. Let me go to the month, that is a December. No. Month is December.
So just 1 minute.
October. That's October.
Okay, sir.
Correct.
So just 1 minute. I'll be
please.
back. Just 1 minute.
Okay. सवेरे का नाश्ता ही थोड़ी थोड़ी सवेरे का नाश्ता खाता सवेरे का नाश्ता ना कोई ना क्या बोल भाई काम आवत ना गरम पानी है ये तो कैसे करूँ जा पहले अरे हाथ काट ले गरम हाथ काट ले तो है अरे हम अपन काम टाइम पास करे मेरे लेट लगे हम खाली बैठ के टाइम पास नहीं करी ना टाइम पास अप करे बदे कुछ काम चले
सर कंटिन्यू
ओके जस्ट गिव मी so now this is a October month correct which month 2024 what was the date let me go to the day part and the day is nothing but 28 let's go to 28 this is a Rohit year and you paid this amount and this is a date we are looking for this date let's look for this 2810 and we paid to Rohit year so in this way using a joining date you can find all the data or all the possibilities by just going back to the date option and add the slicer. Is this clear importance of slicer?
sir
Yes, on your report if suddenly someone asks the question, sir in the year 2020 in the month first quarter Jan month we paid 1 lakh rupees. Oh, which day sir approximately on 15. So cross confirmation is required. I have only few minutes to do that. Just go here, yearly. Sir, which 2022? Which quarter? Quarter 1. Quarter 1. Okay. Which month? Sir, Jan month. Go to the month and say the Jan. Okay. Sir, which day we paid the amount? Just go to the day and click on this. Within a 2 minutes, I can say less than 2 minutes, you have your calculation done. Correct. So this is one of the excellent tool where you can use this. So the use of this is crystal clear.
yes sir
Slicer tool says, and in that also timeline. If you don't have a date related option, suppose if I click on the city, the timeline will be disabled because timeline required only date. So without date, this timeline will not work. Okay, so now let me remove this also. Now let's me clear this also. So we have learned how to use this. Okay, we have learned how to use this. Now let's analyze some data where we want to see the report as year wise and the month wise. Let me add this and let me add the salary. Okay, so I am expecting right click, group, year and the month wise. It is saying count of salary, not interested. You have to say I am interested in sum of the salary. Do we have any of the month where we have not paid the salary? No. Everywhere we paid the salary, correct? Let's think about we have some data where we have not paid the salary. Let me have a second and let me have a third so that you can easily understand. This is a generally we don't have anything, so I'm not giving anything. Delete and delete. Okay, so we have just not paid the salary. When we have not paid 19 and 2810 and in this. Correct. So these are the three dates where we have not paid the salary. So nothing is written onto this. Let's come back to data, right click and refresh. Can I see the month where we have not paid the salary? Sir, how can this is possible? You have not paid the salary. Think about in COVID scenario, still you are working, but the offices said we will pay in the next month. There are some of the offices they have paid in advance also. Depends from the office to office and depend on the boss to boss also. Some of the boss has given advance salary for the 3 months. Some of the boss has not given. When I was working in the COVID, like we don't have a salary for a couple of months. So that means when the auditor comes and they will look to this data, can auditor will say that this data is a correct? Or you ask to yourself, is this pivot is giving you the correct data? Yes or no? Please tell me. Is
Yes, sir.
this pivot is giving you the correct data? Do you say this data is a correct? Yes or no?
I don't.
Mute yourself. You have lot of noise. Correct. I think you are sitting along with the wife also. Both are attending the classes, something like that.
No, no,
Yeah,
no, no, no,
I don't mind. Both are attending. What's wrong with me? I am happy.
no, no.
Correct. Nothing like that.
Then my wife is a different field.
Acha, acha.
She's in a hospital, a nurse.
Oh, very good, very good. So at least the service area is really great, and she worked like a sister. So really, it's a very prestigious job. Nothing like that, and very hectic also, because to handle the everyone in that scenario, it is not very easy job. Correct, because lot of pains are there, but still she managed to. It's a great, and the God has given this great capabilities to women's only, not for the men's. We don't have that much patience to handle. Correct. So that's really great. Good. Now, if I ask to my data, so data says, sir, if you have not paid the salary, so definitely in that month you have to display the zero. That is a rule because auditor will look into this. Okay, sir, this is not paid. Suppose there is a pay slip and the boss says, please sign into the pay slip. So you will say that, sir, I will sign only when I get the pay. I haven't got anything. So what you will sign? No, no, I'm not ready to sign on this. You have to pay me. Then only I will sign. Correct. You have to pay me. Then only I will sign. So here the question comes, my data is display, but the data display the false information. This is not wrong with the pivot. It is wrong with the setting you don't know. So that means you have to go and find the setting which tool give me when we have a null value. I repeat, which tool when we have a null value. Otherwise, auditor will simply say that, yes, sir, this company is fantastic, really good, and they paid in every month. When I look at to the 2020, they paid every month. Oh, when I go back to the next 2021, they are excellent. They are paying every month. But really, when I go and manually look my data, the name is called as a Sanjay Gupta, and Sanjay Gupta will start complaining, sir, in the year 2024, in the month 9, I have not got anything. Correct? Even though the another guy, Rohit Iyer, is also start complaining, sir, I have not got the salary in the month of October. Here the Vivek Shah will also say the same thing, sir, in the month of Jan, I have not got anything. See, 2025, month of Jan. So is this my data display in the month of 2025? When I go here, in the month of Jan, there is no name. So that means this data is incorrect.
Correct.
Now, so how to find when we don't have amount paid? Correct. So let's go and play with this data. Please observe carefully. So when I do the right click on this, there is a something called as a field setting. See, earlier we went to pivot table option. Now I'm going back to the field setting. You have to remember there are so many settings are there. You have to remember I'm working for so many years. That's the reason I have by heart. But you have to remember slowly, slowly, one, start using. So when I go back to these settings, correct. When I go back to setting, there is a layout and print. Once again, I will go back to these. Here, it says show item with no data. Now this is getting matched with my question. Show item with no data. So when I
Yes.
click to these and say, okay, please observe carefully. When I go here, 2025, and I say the show item with no data. So here it says, sir, in the 2026, you have not paid the amount to anything. Oh, my data is saying more than this. Let me first remove this part. Go to this. I don't have any record before company starting. I don't know any record after company starting. So now, can you see here in the month of 2022 and the July month is a blank? Yes, sir. Let me go down. Let me go down. In the 2025 Jan month, we paid the amount. 2026, we have not paid anything. That is reason all the datas are blank. But here we got one part where there is a blank. Let's go and check. 2022 month of July. Let's go to this. Who is 2022? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 24, 24, 24. No, but it is displaying something else where we have a blank. Let me just go and check with the data. Okay, so immediately to check with this manual, Control Shift L filter, let's go to the salary, remove everything and go down and just keep all the blank. Oh, in the blank I got the three values: Sanjay Gupta, Rohit Iyer and Vivek. Correct? 19, 2810 and 27.1. These three are the blank. Let me go here and clear this. Okay. Now, when I go back to the pivot here, I need to find it out. Who is this guy? Nil value, the July month. Let me just do the double click. Oh, now I got the answer where the problem is. Okay, the problem is when you go back to your data, there must be somewhere the blank cell we have. Correct? In the data, somewhere we have a blank cell is selected. Okay, that is the reason we have it has taken a default value. But here in my data, what is a blank which I want to display, that is not there. So what is the reason why we don't have this data? Let me give you the clarification. When I say that in the year 2025, correct, 2025, which month I am talking about? October month. In the October month, suppose I have paid 45,000, 35,000, and there are a blank also. So, but when I say the October month, where is a blank? So system take these three as a consolidate value, and system display in the October month you have paid 73,200. System will not display this value because in the October month you don't have a blank. Suppose in the October month we have not given any salary, then system will display this. Otherwise, system will not display. I hope you got the meaning. Let me come back to this. So I have to choose the data where in the October month we have not paid the amount. So let me go to this. Let's go to the year 2025. Let me go to remove all this and intentionally go to the October month. So this is the data of October month. Let me select these three and delete this. Let me clear this. Now come back to this data and just do the refresh. When I say the refresh, let's go to year 2025. Now, can you see 2025 and October month is a blank? Yes. See, earlier when I go to right click, value field setting, show values. Now, I just made a mistake. I have to do right click on this and go to field setting, print layout. When I remove this, please notice with this area, correct? In the October month, when I remove this setting, can I see 2025 in the October month? I can see this data. So this is the data where we are looking it. Okay, you have to go here and just go to the filter setting, layout, and simply say show item with no data. So there can be a possibility your system will not display such kind of a report. Then you have to go here and use these options. So whenever there is any mistakes with your data, so automatically your system will go look into this. Wherever there is a problem, so you will get this data. Can you see this? So you can find in the many places. That means where the user has not paid the salary. So you have to right click and then say pivot table options, and for empty cell just type as a star. When you type the star, user will not understand. So you have to in a report somewhere create this. The meaning of this is not paid salary. So it's a kind of a indication where the user can understand. Okay. So anything is happened to your data, you can easily manage with this. So that means VA auditor might ask like, sir, why the Jan month is a blank? Is there is any manipulation? No, sir. In this month, we have not paid the salary, but the salary is a consolidate and paid in the month of March due to the less collection in the cash. So there are multiple ways to convince. Okay. So let's come back and remove these activities. So first I will go back to pivot table and remove this. So this is done. Once again, I wanted my data to be present properly. Okay, so I will remove for whole thing, remove this, and let me delete this. Okay, let's discuss the case where we require certain calculation. What is the meaning of a calculation? So this is a data where we are having a total salary. My boss says on the salary, I am planning to provide 5% of bonus. But the question is the 5% of bonus I will provide, I have my bonus paying by bonus paying there are some of the blank also. Let me immediately solve for this. So boss has decided one of the range to pay the amount. What did I say? The boss has decided one of the range कि I can pay up to 1 lakh rupees from my pocket as a bonus. Correct. Let me just add random figure because we have deleted na. Even if you don't do that, still work. But I paid this. Chal. And then clear from. Now immediately boss says कि you have to give me one tentative budget where I can pay the salary to them. But I have a budget of let's say 1 lakh 50. My boss is ready to pay how much? 1 lakh 50. And they ask the question कि should I pay 10%? If the 10% is coming in between this, then pay the amount. Otherwise, we'll reduce the budget and we'll keep it for the 5%. So you have to create a temporary calculation and tell them. So generally, what I have seen, what employees are doing, see, I'm not saying you are doing, what employees are doing, they just go to here and they create a one column as a bonus equal to where is a bonus? Sir, this multiplied by how much? 10%. Even this is also good. So they do double click. I got this, and then finally equal to sum. Oh, sir, we are having a 1 lakh. How much it is? Sir, there is a decimal. Remove the decimal, not interested. Why to work on a decimal? Go to number and say no decimal. So how much amount I got? This is amount. 1 lakh? Not 1 lakh, sir. Is this 1 lakh? 15 lakhs 46,000. Oh, sir, 10% we can't allow. But to reflect this in your system, you have to add into this. So when I go back to the pivot is not ready to add your data. Correct? When I go back to system, there is no bonus. So what generally they do, they just go back to the pivot analyze, change data source, and just ask that your data source has got a change. Correct. That goes to M. It has to extend till N. So here the manipulation part is done. It's a jugaad, adjustment, whatever you need. Yes, sir. Please see this bonus. I got it. And then they add the bonus. Then they add the bonus. Correct. And then finally at the bottom they will display This is a consolidated amount. So what is your method of doing this? Let's find some other method. Even this is good, but I am not happy with this method. Okay, let me just minus to delete this. So what is my methodology of doing this? Let's observe and see this. Clear? So whenever there is a calculation, maybe the temporary or the permanent. Calculation may be the temporary or permanent. We have to find it out. So here we have to just click inside and there is a pivot table analyze and there is a field item. Just say the calculate field. What is a calculation? I required a bonus. The bonus is based on what? See, the bonus is based on my salary. Where is the salary? This. Let's think about the bonus is given as a 0.5 only. How much? 0.5 only. Okay. Is this I got? All these things are added? Yes or no? Can I go down and check the answer? Yes, sir. This
Yes, sir.
is a this is the answer. Sir, no, sir. Company is not ready to pay 0.5. They said 0.005. No problem, sir. Once again, calculation field. Find the place where you did bonus. Look for the bonus and reduce this 0.05. Okay. Now let's go and add this. How much it is? How much it is? 7 lakhs 73,000. Okay. Now my boss says, could you remove these decimal also because we are not happy. Correct. Let me give me the exact figure so that I can check whether it is in my budget approval. Yes or no. I will just manage. Okay, sir. So let's do it. What? Once again, I have to go here, new calculation. What is required? Round. Correct. That is a round up, we'll say. So equal to, the formula is round. किसको राउंड करना है? बोनस, comma, digit 0. Not interested in decimal. Or if you want 1, you can add 1 also. Okay. So now I got perfect. Yes, sir, I got a perfect. This is the amount. Now my boss says, okay, in this data, let's think about, we have a one more incentive options. Let's think about, hypothetically, this is not a salary. Think about this is a sales. So now they said if your sell is more than 1 lakh, so you will get X amount, otherwise you will get a Y amount. Correct. Let's go for the calculation. Logical function we want to do that. I mean logical. Let's go here, calculation. What is a logical? Let's say we want incentive. What is the incentive? If, see, I'm just telling you that we can add a mini formula to save the time. No need to go back to your original pivot data, add the extra column and do the calculation, change the data source, refresh and get. This is the old methodology or the long time consumption. Okay. So what is your way? If, let me go to the salary part. Okay. And where is the salary? This is a salary. If my salary is less than 50,000, okay. If it is a less than 50,000, so let's keep as a 1,000, comma. If the salary is less than or equal to 1 lakh, then 5,000. Otherwise, let's keep it as a 10,000. Close the bracket. Correct. Then say okay. This is a getting a 10,000. Could you please check the salary more than 50,000? Sorry, less than 1 lakh. Correct. So there are three slabs are there: 1,000, 5,000, and 10,000. So according to this, they are getting this. Now my boss says, could you please give me the final amount which I have to pay to each every? Okay, sir. Once again, go back to this. Just do the total. Correct now, or gross, I would say. Gross. We say that gross salary is this. Okay, what is the gross salary they are getting it? So अब इसमें gross कहाँ से लेंगे? Let's add salary plus. What else do you want to plus? Bonus plus. What else? Plus incentive. Add. Everything is done. Okay. So this is a gross salary. Let's think about on this. There is a professional tax. There is a professional tax they have reduced. See, I'm just talking about as a hypothetically. Exact value I don't know because. So let's go to this. So that means you can add all the calculations if you want. What is a professional tax? I would say PT. They have added the professional tax also. On what basis? They have added on the gross basis. Correct? How much it is? So they have added into 0.003. Hypothetically anything. Okay. Oh, I got a spell error. What's wrong with this? Do I have other data? Ah. So now data is neat and clean because I have a spill error means below data is there, system is not moving down. That's the meaning of spill error. So now I have this. Yes, sir. Sir, how many calculations you have done? I would like to see that also. So let's go to the pivot analyze. Click to this. Here, list formula. Oh, I apply the bonus formula, round formula, incentive formula, gross formula, and professional tax. So that means you are in good enough to understand that the calculation can be done here itself. I guess clears?
sir. Sir, suppose अभी
Voice is not clear, sir. Voice is not clear.
कभी
सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है. Voice is not clear properly.
अभी
Hello.
आप
I am getting a break. Voice आपकी break होके आ रही है.
टाइप करते हैं
ठीक है. Now let's think about here I reach correct gross salary. Now let me remove this. So how to remove? Drag drop, drag drop, drag drop, drag drop, drag drop. Sir, can I delete the formula which you have worked? Yes, sir. Go back to this and where we have calculated field, you have to select a bonus, delete, select, delete, select, delete. So we have a delete and modify option is given for this. Okay. Now what is the next question? This is also very common happen to all. Think about my boss says कि whenever there is a new data arrive, I want automatically to refresh. So the best practice for refreshing, please observe, you have to first step convert your data into table. Convert your data into table. So when I convert this data into table, so automatically design tab activated. Which tab? Design tab. So I can see the name is given as a table 5. You want, you can just say that my data. So this is a name of your data. After that, I am going to create the pivot. Let me delete this. Like, let me delete this and then create a pivot. Insert pivot. But remember, I have created a table. Once I created the table, see the beauty of this. Suppose I require the department wise salary. This is a department salary. Now my boss says that there is a new department we have added. There is a new row and the new department we have added. Let me just go here and copy one thing. See the employee number 201. Correct. And the department I would keep as OMG. The new hypothetically as it is. When I come back to these, could you notice what happened to this? Should I go here and do any changes? Not necessary. OMG is already added. If I go back to these, my boss says just to create a professional tax and calculation. Okay, sir, I want to show in the data itself. If your boss is saying do it, multiplied by 0.005, calculation is done. Please come back to the pivot. Oh, I have a professional tax, just a drag and drop. Because when I go here, I'm using a Office 365, and in my data there is something called as a auto refresh. So when we don't have this auto refresh, every time you have to go and then say refresh all, or right click and then say refresh all. Correct. But if you have a latest system, there is a Microsoft also understand. So there is a auto refresh. I think the refresh problem gets solved. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now, one of the danger report which generally employee required, please observe carefully. My boss says there are employees. Okay, sir. And the employees are working in a different department. Let me just go to this and say show tabular layout and subtotal. Okay. So that means these all the employees are there and they are working into the different department. Give me the salary. Let me drag into this. Now my boss says कि you have to create a city-wise report. City-wise report. That means I have to drag the city into this. So if I go here, if I choose the Jaipur city, so now I got all the detail of Jaipur. If I go here and choose Mumbai, so I will get Mumbai. My boss says कि you have to add the filter and give me the report of Mumbai, Delhi, Pune, Allahabad, Jaipur, Rajasthan, all in different page. So why in different page? Just to think about your company has given a quotation. So definitely in the quotation, all are not having a same rate. All are not having a same, I can say the discount. There are multiple things which happen to person and depends on the paying term. There are some of the party they paid advance, so we will give you the more discount, so that quick amount is given. There are some of the party they pay amount in 3 months, so we give you the less discount. There are some of the party they are bulk buyer, so we give the more discount. There are some of the parties they are buying as an individual buyer, so that differ from person, business to business. That differ person and business to business. So what is your role? So your role is, your boss says ki, could you please give me the list, but I read the individual list. We remember you require what? Individual list. So what is the meaning of an individual list? Let's go and check with this ki, what is the meaning of individual list. That means generally you are going and just clicking on Kolkata and getting the printout. You might be have in your mind, sir, I can do the right click and add as a slicer. So this filter and this slicer both are same. But if I have a 10 city, so 10 times you have to do it. If I have a 20, then 20 times. That means you have to do it many times. Can you see this? So I don't want to mix up all report. I want individual pages to be added. So the question comes how we have to do it. Please observe. So I require city wise. So city is added into this. That's a mandatory requirement. Then go back to your pivot analyze. And in this there is an option name called as show report filter page. Show report filter page. I guess clear? Show report filter page. When I click to this, and this option will not display if you don't have anything is added into this. If I go back to this, can you see that option is disabled? To activate that option, because we require a city wise, so then city must be there into filter. Sir, if I require designation wise, that designation must be in the filter. I hope clear. The designation must be in the filter part. That is necessary. Acha. Once I did that, you have to go here and just see the magic. Within a minute, I got my report is ready. Show report filter page and just okay. Oh, see the magic happened. This is a city of Jaipur, city of Mumbai, city of Kolkata. This is an excellent way to create your report. You can quickly have, for example, your data containing Andheri, Dadar, Bandra, Borivali, like that way customer. And your boss says, please give me the customer wise list. My data entry call will be given. So definitely the Andheri person wants the Andheri, the other person wants the other data. So when I apply the filter, my job is done. Just take the printout and give it to your boss. I hope this is clear. So within a click, I got my answer. Within a click, I got my answer. Sir, if I have to go by some other things, yes, sir, you can remove these and just put the performance. So whatever performance you have, on the basis of that, the three reports will be ready. So I can look to the good employees, excellent employees, and the average employees. I cannot say the bad employees because employees are having a three category. Correct. Sir, if I want the designation wise, just drag this and designation into this. So you will get all the data as a designation wise. I hope this part is clear. We have added so many data like this way. So within a minute, my job is done. That's called as creation of your pivot report. So now you have any question with this, please ask.
Sir, suppose my
Uh,
boss given target for each salesperson, but
uh,
later on he said just increase the each target 30% by 30%.
okay. हाँ ठीक है.
तो सेम वैसा ही है ना कि फील्ड में जाके जीरो पॉइंट
Yes,
थर्टी मुझे डालना है सेल्स
exactly, exactly.
टारगेट को.
Yes, modify. We just went to these. There is an option called as a calculate field, and you want, let's say, TG, and TG is based on what? Let's say the salary. Correct. Let's think about these are sales data. So I just did what? 0, 0.5. Okay. Now immediately they said like increase or decrease. So you have to go here, calculate, and choose this, and here you have to say 0.5 to 0.2. So we have just modified. Okay, your job is done.
Okay.
Clear? So now we have done how to create a pivot, how to analyze your data, how to analyze with the different report part. Okay. So now if nothing, then we will close the session over here itself and we'll meet into the next session. Okay.
Sir, 0.2 means 2%.
Okay. See, if I
Hello.
say, yeah. If I say 1, correct. If I say 0.1 and 0.001, let me select the same thing and over here. When I say the 1, system understand this as a 100%. How do you know that? When I click on percent, it becomes a 100%. When I say the 0.1%, system understand this a kind of 10%. When I say the 0.001%, system understand it's a decimal is not there. So system understand it's a 0.1%. I hope clear. So when you say the 0.1, it is treated as how much? 10%.
Got it.
Sir, if I type these 0.05, then if I type these, there is no decimal when I increase the decimal. Let me say 0.05. When I say the 0.05, you can convert into the percentage, so it is going how much? And when I say just a
5%.
0.5, so it treat as a 50%. It is clear?
Got it.